Hi, Hong. It's great to see you.
Hi, Gina. Good to be here.
Thanks for joining me today. We've been on a tremendous journey in hybrid cloud and with HPE GreenLake, and we were just recognized as a leader in the Magic Quadrant for infrastructure platform consumption services, where HPE was positioned highest in ability to execute and furthest in vision. What an accomplishment. Congratulations. Let me read to you how Gartner defines the market. The ICPS market is a consumption-based as-a-service offering for mission-critical infrastructure whose primary purpose is to provide a platform services-based infrastructure to service the hybrid cloud infrastructure data environment. Whew, that's a heavy definition. In the context of HPE, Gartner's really talking about HPE GreenLake. I'm curious to know how you think about HPE GreenLake and what business outcomes it's driving for our customers.
Thanks, Gina. And first of all, we're super excited about the Gartner placement. I think it's a tremendous validation of our strategy and also execution over the last 5 to 6 years. We're very excited about building on this momentum. So if you think about GreenLake, we've really come a long way from 5 or 6 years ago, where the original concept was really infrastructure bought as a consumption model versus a CapEx model, and that provided a lot of flexibility for our customers. But since then, we've really evolved and advanced HPE GreenLake to be a true hybrid cloud solution to our customers with a full stack set of capabilities to really deliver that true cloud experience wherever the customer wants to deploy that capability. And the value prop that we offer is much more than just flexibility. And what the problems that we help our customers solve are really to accelerate time to value for AI, to help accelerate their transformation, to simplify their increasingly complex and heterogeneous IT environments. And obviously, the core mandate with a lot of customers is to reduce cost. And so we're able to address all of those capabilities that we deliver through our GreenLake platform, as well as all the complementary professional and advisory services that we bring to bear.
It's really interesting. We have such a huge growth and adoption of HPE GreenLake, but I'm really curious, what are some of the common challenges customers are hoping to address with HPE GreenLake?
Our customers have always, as I said, they've always struggled with cost containment, right? And for the last few years, they have really been stung by unexpected public cloud costs. So that's always been there. But I think in the last year or two additional challenges that have really come to the forefront. One is virtualization, right? The costs there have skyrocketed. And then the other one is really increasing pressure to take advantage and adopt AI in the enterprise, but also doing it with all the regulations and the data privacy concerns that enterprises and their customers are under. So those are the two big challenges, and this is where I think HPE, and especially with HPE GreenLake, really is coming to the forefront to help customers address these issues. And I think what we recognize and our customers recognize is virtualization and AI are not separate issues because they're all feeding into a much more complex IT environment. They're creating shadow IT all over again. They're creating additional operational silos. So the savvy customers are saying, look, I'm not trying to get point solutions in place. What I really want is a partner that can help me get to a place where I can eliminate or abstract a lot of the complexities through a platform-based approach. And this is where our GreenLake offering and the investments we've made in our GreenLake platform is a huge differentiator. And then obviously through the platform, the customer can consume services such as private cloud AI, which really helps accelerate time to value. They can consume our HPE VM Essentials virtualization capability, either standalone or through a fully integrated private cloud, to give them an alternative to other virtualization capabilities. But all of that is delivered in a single unified platform, single unified operational experience. And that is, what is really resonating with our customers in the market.
It's amazing. We're really living through a tremendous era of IT modernization. How do you think HPE GreenLake stacks up against the competition? How should enterprises and customers think about that?
I think we are quite unique. If you look at our traditional infrastructure competitors, we're the only one that offers network, compute, and storage end to end. And in each category, we're really the leader. If you look at, obviously, we've always been a leader in networking, and now with the Juniper acquisition, I think that's not going to be in doubt. We've always been a leader in compute. And then in storage, I think in the last 2 years, we've really injected a ton of excitement in the market with our Electra MP architecture that supports both structured and unstructured data, as well as our data fabric that provides customers the ability to access their data no matter where it resides through our global namespace capability. So across the infrastructure landscape, we are quite unique, and we are in terms of the breadth of our portfolio and the leadership we exhibit. Then you compare us against the public cloud, and this is where I think our full stack capability really comes in, and we're able to deliver that same cloud experience that public clouds offer, but we're able to deliver that while meeting all the regulatory and compliance requirements, all the sovereign requirements, and we really excel also in true edge to cloud deployment use cases for traditional workloads and for AI workloads. So we are highly differentiated and are able to be much more flexible in terms of meeting our customers' requirements.
You touched on something a little bit I want to unpack, and it's a question I get a lot from my lens into the business from analysts. And it's really, how does HPE GreenLake work with other vendors, other clouds? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's really a key differentiator for us because, HPE fundamentally, we're a company that believes in customer choice, right? And so if you look at our portfolio, whereas, let's say the public clouds, what they're trying to do is always capture the customer and keep it in their walled garden. What we acknowledge is that the world is fundamentally not just hybrid, but also hybrid multi-cloud. And then customers are having to manage multiple vendors and multi-generational IT estates. And so we have to meet our customers where they are, and we have to be relevant to our customers. If you look at our portfolio, obviously we have our own IP that we think are world-class, but when we have software offerings, we make sure that they are able to run standalone, they are able to run on third-party hardware, as well as our own hardware, and then vice versa. We partner very closely with the leading ISVs in the ecosystem to make sure that we are, whether it's our infrastructure, whether it's HPE GreenLake, we are the preferred platform those ISVs to be running their software on. And so that's a big differentiator. And if you look at the capabilities that we have around cloud operations. So we've curated a set of capabilities that we call Cloud Ops. That is truly multi-vendor, multi-cloud, and that is uniquely differentiated across, again, our public cloud competitors as well as our traditional infrastructure competitors.
It's so impressive, the agility that we're committed to providing customers in the market. It's amazing. I'd love for you to talk a little bit more about virtualization. I've heard rumblings that some are calling it the Great VM Reset. What does HPE really do there, and how do we solve for that?
Well, yeah, in many ways it is the Great VM Reset because even though, yes, there's a massive price increase on virtualization, but I think it's beyond virtualization because it's forcing IT organizations, enterprises to fundamentally rethink their IT environment. And this is where the Great Reset comes in, right? And so traditionally, companies used a single virtualization technology stack as a way to standardize and simplify and having a single operational model. That no longer is going to fly when these enterprises have to adopt AI, but also find alternative virtualization technologies. And so the reset is really a fundamental reset of their IT strategy. And this is where HPE comes in, and we're helping customers in a holistic way. Number one is we are providing a virtualization alternative, our HPE VM Essentials technology, which is an enterprise-grade virtualization capability that will offer standalone, that will run on our hardware as well as third-party hardware. We also offer that virtualization capability integrated into our private cloud to deliver a seamless experience. So that's one piece that we bring to the table. The other piece is that with the customers are really to want to get onto a future-proof platform that can service their existing virtualization needs, but also their future cloud-native and AI needs. And they want to do that under a single operational model. So this is where the GreenLake platform comes in. This is where our Cloud Ops suite comes in. And this is where our Morpheus technology comes in, because it can really manage multiple hypervisor stacks and really help customers navigate that migration from their existing virtualization environments to the future virtualization environment, all under one management plane.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's awesome to have alternatives for enterprises out there seeking them. Let's dig in a little bit on Cloud Ops software. It plays such a critical role for customers in provisioning, observing, and automating complex environments. Can you talk a little bit about how it helps customers manage those environments?
That's a great question, and we're really excited about Cloud Ops Suite because this is an area where we're truly differentiated. If you think about the challenges of managing a IT environment, you have multiple public clouds, you have to manage edge locations, you have to manage multiple data centers, but you also have to manage multiple runtime environments, legacy, virtualized, cloud native, AI. And so, and this is where customers are increasingly struggling, because there are point solutions that are focused either for specific runtime environments, specific locations, public cloud only focused or private infrastructure only focused solutions. Nobody is able to bring that all together under a single unified set of capabilities. And so this is where the Cloud Ops portfolio or the Cloud Ops suite of software really comes in. And we've really pursued a pretty deliberate strategy over the last 3 to 4 years to build these capabilities. So we're talking about hybrid ITOM with OpsRamp. We're talking about Morpheus that does hybrid cloud orchestration. We have Zerto for disaster recovery and cyber resiliency. And then built into the GreenLake platform, we have sustainability, we have FinOps and governance. So all those capabilities that we've built along the years, we are now packaging that up and integrating it into a single suite that we call Hybrid Cloud Ops Suite. And this suite is able to operate across multiple clouds, across multiple runtime stacks, across multiple vendors, really allowing customers to truly unify their IT operations in a way that previously was not possible. And we think this is going to be a massive differentiator for us, but more importantly, it's going to bring a ton of value and agility for our customers.
HPE is so well known for our HPE services portfolio, and I'm really curious to know, and I've seen lots of awards for our services organization across the board. How do HPE services play into HPE GreenLake in our portfolio here?
I mean, our services portfolio makes a huge difference. We have the broadest portfolio in the industry, and I think really backed by our operational services, that stamp of assurance when customers buy HPE, knowing that their solutions are going to be backed by HPE services, I think is a huge confidence boost for our customers. But it's beyond that, right? We have a very rich portfolio. We have financial services that enables the flexible consumption model that HPE brings. We have advisory and professional services that accelerate and de-risk IT transformations. And then we have managed services for customers that are looking for that fully managed cloud experience, and we can act as a CSP provider. And this is a huge differentiator because as companies rush to move to the public cloud, they've lost a lot of those core competencies in their IT departments, and they're really looking for somebody a partner to come in and take on and help them through their modernization and cost reduction journey. So this is a huge differentiator for us when we engage with our customers, along with our GreenLake offerings.
Thank you, Hong. It's great to know how you think about HPE GreenLake and bringing it all together for us, and why you think Gartner may have placed us as a leader in this Magic Quadrant for infrastructure platform consumption services. The report is new, but it's not the first time HPE has been recognized as a leader by Gartner. We're also a leader in the enterprise storage Magic Quadrant, wired and wireless LAN, SD-WAN, and data center switching. Our ask of anyone listening is go read these reports and let us know if you have questions. We're always here to help.